What if Americans could keep 99% of what they receive? What would that mean for families, for businesses, and for the future of the American dream? For generations, Americans have worked hard and cared for their families. They built homes, started businesses, raised children, and planned for the future. They believed that if they worked hard, played by the rules, and took responsibility for their lives, they could build something better for themselves and for the next generation. They believed their children would have opportunities greater than their own, a good education, meaningful work, and a chance to build a successful life. They believed they could start a business, create something of value, serve their communities, and succeed through hard work and determination. Those dreams helped build communities across America. Towns, neighborhoods, main streets, and a strong middle class. That belief became known as the American dream. The opportunity to own a home, build a business, raise a family, and retire with dignity. It was never a promise of wealth. It was a promise of opportunity, the freedom to build a better life, and to leave a better future for the next generation. For millions of Americans, it still means owning a home, building a business, raising a family, and retiring comfortably. But for many Americans, reaching that dream is becoming harder. Housing costs continue rising. Food costs keep getting more expensive. Energy, insurance, and healthcare consume more of every paycheck. And taxes continue taking a larger share of what families earn. Yet Americans keep working. They keep raising families, building businesses, and doing everything they were told would lead to success. They have not stopped trying. They're doing their part. Yet the dream keeps moving farther away. Not because Americans stopped trying. Americans are still working hard, still raising families, building businesses. Yet the middle class keeps shrinking. And here's the biggest reason. The system around them has become increasingly difficult to navigate. The problem isn't you. The problem is the system. Today's tax system isn't one tax. It's a maze of taxes, reporting requirements, filings, and compliance costs. Individuals face one set of obstacles. Businesses face another. Yet both are forced to navigate the same complex system. What if the American dream were within reach again? Now what if you could keep 99% of all the money you receive? For you, this creates a simpler way, a simpler path, a simpler system, a better future. Our current tax system isn't one tax. It's a maze of taxes, reporting requirements, filings, and compliance costs. Every dollar earned must navigate layer after layer of complexity. Individuals face one set of obstacles. Businesses face another. And every layer takes a little more away. At the end of the maze, families end up with less. A lot less. Business margins shrink, and opportunity becomes harder to reach. And that's not all. Beyond income taxes and payroll taxes are additional taxes paid throughout life and throughout business operations. Capital gains, dividend, estate, excise, fuel, permits, licenses. The maze keeps growing. And the worst tax of all, property taxes. Property taxes are one of the most regressive taxes ever conceived. Young families trying to buy their first home, retirees trying to stay in the home they've already paid for, and businesses that own the property where they operate. Even renters pay, because property taxes are built into the cost of rent. Property taxes are primarily a local issue. Many lose their homes because they cannot keep up with this ever-rising cost. Yet there is hope. The same principles of simplicity, accountability, and local control we have created can help solve those challenges as well. The receiving tax works differently. Every time money is received, 1% is collected. 99% remains with the person or business receiving it. One simple rule, one simple system. Here's the important difference. Today, federal taxes are removed before most Americans ever receive their paycheck. Under the receiving tax, that same $1,000 becomes a new paycheck of $990. Only $10 funds government. The starting point is no longer a paycheck that has already been reduced by multiple federal taxes. You keep more because the maze has been removed. By now, many people are asking the same question. How can a 1% receiving tax replace today's federal tax system? It's a fair question. The answer is simple. The receiving tax is not taxing the same thing. It is a completely different approach to raising federal revenue. The source has changed. The model has changed. Today's system primarily taxes production, income, payrolls, corporate profits, capital gains. The receiving tax focuses on something different. It applies when money is received. Wages, business revenue, government payments, financial receipts, and many other forms of money movement throughout the economy. Rather than taxing a relatively narrow portion of economic activity, the receiving tax operates on a much broader base. That broader base is what makes a lower rate possible. The question is not whether 1% can replace the current system. The question is how much money actually flows through the economy each year. We've run the numbers, and we continue to refine and test them through advanced economic modeling, scenario analysis, and revenue validation. The results suggest that a fundamentally different tax base can produce fundamentally different outcomes. To learn more about the calculations, assumptions, exclusions, and supporting analysis, visit fixyourgov.com. Under the receiving tax, many of the taxes that Americans and businesses navigate today simply disappear. No income taxes, no payroll taxes, no corporate taxes, no tax returns, no maze of reporting requirements. Just one collection point, one transparent rate, and one simple system. The same simple rule applies to businesses. Keep more, invest more, hire more, grow more. When businesses thrive, communities thrive. Today, many businesses spend enormous time and money navigating taxes, filings, and compliance requirements. The receiving tax removes much of that complexity. Owners can spend more time building their business, more time serving customers, and more time creating opportunity. When businesses keep more of what they earn, hiring becomes easier, expansion becomes easier, opportunity becomes easier. Strong businesses create strong communities, and strong communities create opportunity for the next generation. Growth doesn't stop at a single business. Successful companies expand. New locations open. New facilities are built. New jobs are created. And new opportunities appear in communities across America. So what does all of this mean for you? Your family, your business, your community, your state, your country? It's really quite simple. When individuals and businesses can keep 99% of everything they receive from every source, it means more opportunity. So what does more opportunity actually look like? It means young adults bringing home more money without needing a raise, paying off debt sooner, building savings sooner, buying a home sooner, starting a business sooner, and starting a family when they're ready, not when they can finally afford it. It means more families can afford to own a home, not because government gives them one, but because they can keep more of the money they earn and build a future of their own. It means more families can afford to raise children, more freedom to choose how they live, more time together, and more confidence in the future. It means a better chance to retire with dignity, to keep more of the income you've spent a lifetime earning, and to enjoy the years you've worked so hard to reach. Strong families build strong communities. Strong communities build strong states. And strong states build a stronger America. From the bottom up. The way self-government was always meant to work. The question isn't whether America still has the talent. The question isn't whether Americans still work hard. The question is whether the system helps them or holds them back. We can continue down the same path, or we can choose a simpler one. The choice is ours. The American dream is still alive. It's still worth believing in, and it's still within reach, if we choose a better way. Learn more at fixyourgov.com. Use the calculator to see how much of your money you could keep, and discover the complete plan in fixing America's broken government, restoring liberty, simplicity, and self-government.